Well, g'day legends and welcome back to the Laptop Lifestyle Dad Show. My name's Jeff Ross and this is the show where we help network marketers, affiliate marketers and online entrepreneurs master AI, social selling and attraction marketing so you can build a business that works for you. Hey, today's a special one. We're actually celebrating episode 33. That means 33 amazing conversations, 33 deep dives into business, mindset, and AI mastery, and 33 incredible opportunities to learn from some of the greatest minds out there. But right now, we're episode 14 into season 2, and what a ride it's been. I started this podcast with one goal: to bring real conversations, real insights, and real strategies to you to help you to build a business that is freedom-filled and one that you've been dreaming of. July 11th, 2024 was our very first episode when we went live with Armstrong. Hey, thank you, Austin, for being our first episode. And now we've had the honor of hosting 14 incredible guests here in season 2 alone. I've learned so much, not just about business, but about connection, leadership, and the power of showing up and being consistent. So today, I want to take a moment to pause, reflect, and share on the biggest lessons from these 14 powerhouse guests that we've had here in season 2. Lessons that if you apply them, you'll level up faster than anything we've ever done before, just like I am. So, hey, let's jump in. So lesson 1, success leaves clues. Learn from the best. You know, we had guests like Denny, Walsh, Dame Doria Cordova, and Richard Kaufman here, you know, and every Jedi needs a mentor. Yeah, every legend we've had on this show, they've all followed a roadmap before they became the roadmap for others. You know, Denny Walsh showed us that systems win, emotions lose. Success isn't about motivation, it's about execution. You know, Dame Doria Cordova, you know, she taught us how true wealth isn't just about money. It's about impact. It's about relationships and true value that we can bring to our communities. And Richard Kaufman, you know, he's a warrior in every sense. You know, one of the most resilient people that I've come across in this space. And he reminded that resilience is the real currency. When your setbacks don't define you, your comebacks do. So how are you going to come back when you get pushed down? You know, one thing I want you to take away from this first lesson here is just pick one successful entrepreneur that you admire, study their moves, and apply their lessons and model their success, because success does leave clues. You know, lesson 2 here that I want to really highlight that's been the most powerful lesson for me through these amazing interviews that I've been able to have the privilege and the blessing to bring to you as well is AI is not just a replacement, it's your superpower when you combine forces with it, right? You know, guests like Manuj and Nick Niehaus and Armstrong, you know, these guys are the front runners here, pioneering this space in this IA world. IA, there you go. There's a dyslexia moment. AI world. You know, imagine if you're piloting the Millennium Falcon and AI isn't here to help you to fly the ship for you. It's R2-D2 making you faster, smarter, and more efficient because he's plugged in to this ship and you're just along for the ride, but you're partnering together to get the job done. You know, Manuj Aggarwal, he broke down how AI is an amplifier, not just a crutch. You know, I loved what Manuj was talking about. You know, AI is like a Ferrari. You know, it's a powerful machine. There are a lot of people out there, like kindergarten children, you know, trying to get behind this powerful machine. We need to learn how to leverage this power and use this power to amplify us to be successful in that space. You see, AI multiplies your effort, but it doesn't replace your creativity. You know, Nick Niehaus taught us the power of AI in personal branding and video marketing. You know, some of the real cool conversation starters in there was, you know, video marketing is just another way to start a conversation, to engage with your people. And AI is a very powerful tool in that space. But the big lesson that I took away from that episode was consistency beats perfection every single time. You know, Armstrong from Syllabi, you know, he shared how AI can help you create 150 plus videos in mere minutes. Like, you just reflect, like 5 years, 10 years ago, what it would take to create 150 videos. Syllabi is changing the game, it's disrupting the space in the AI faceless video space. If you haven't checked it out yet, go check out Syllabi. It's a very powerful tool for content creation, and it's helped to make it never been easier. I know when I was talking to Austin on that interview, that was his mission, was to take away the barriers, to take away the blocks, to help people be empowered and equipped to go make amazing content to help them to amplify their voice and help them to leverage AI in that space. I love what Austin's doing with Syllabi. You've got to go check it out because it will help you with your content creation. It's helped me. I know it has. So what I want you to take away from this lesson is go choose one AI tool today. Go and experiment, whether it's Syllabi, whether it's ChatGPT, whether it's Bing, whether it's Flux, whether it's video automation, whether you're diving into image creation or you just want to become a better storyteller. Go experiment. Go and have fun with it. Go play. One of the things that I've just stumbled across recently through experimentation is this amazing feedback loop. I can go and put my copy together, and now I can ask Russell Brunson, Dan Kennedy, Simon Sinek, Donald Miller, and maybe even Steve Jobs to give me feedback on my copy as if it was them writing it. And then from that revision, tweak it and adjust it and speak directly to my audience's heart as a master copywriter. See, that's come through the power of experimentation with leveraging ChatGPT. I would not have stumbled across that if I wasn't immersed in this space, if I wasn't embracing this space, if I wasn't leveraging this space. So that's my action step for you today. Go and take one tool, go and have fun with it, geek out with it. Hey, if you need help, reach out to our community. We love to support people in this space. But moving forward, lesson 3 from these amazing interviews that I've been had the privilege to host is the one that comes to mind here is build your brand and attract, don't chase. Guests like Lauren Tickner, Kylie Thompson, DJ Barton from Lavardi. We were able to dive into attraction marketing 101 principles on those episodes, and we had a brilliant time together. A true Jedi doesn't chase battles. They position themselves as a force to be reckoned with. See, you see what I'm doing here? I've actually created this interview, and I've used AI to immerse some Star Wars themed, presence into this episode. And now we're coming up with all these little quips and Star Wars quotes. And, AI supported me to help me to bring this episode together through the research and the interview questions and go back through the summaries to be able to bring these lessons to the forefront. Hey, just checking in here. If you'd like to learn how I've done this, just comment on this post or on this podcast, wherever you see, and say, yes, Jeff, I love to learn. #show me. And I'll jump in and I'll do a live masterclass and show you how you can use AI to prepare yourself so you can present yourself so you can communicate more effectively. That'd be pretty cool, right? Well, as a true Jedi, you've got to go through and learn how to be a Padawan before you can be a master. Well, Lauren Tickner and Kylie Thompson and DJ Barton, they're definitely masters in their own right in this space. See, Lauren Tickner, she revealed that your personal brand is your strongest currency. See, people buy from people, not businesses. There's people buy from people, not products. So they want to buy from you that they know, like, and trust you, and your personal brand will help you to put you out there into the forefront, into the world, to help people to build that relationship with you before they even come to you. That is the power of personal branding. Kylie Thompson, she taught us that authenticity over algorithms. Social selling isn't just about storytelling. It is storytelling. You're sharing your story every day, every lesson, every episode, every masterclass, every conversation has a lesson, has some of the most amazing content in this space for you to go share your story with the world. See, personal branding, people get hung up on what it is. What personal branding really is the story people talk about you when you're not in the room. So if they don't know your story, how can they share your story? So it's our job as influencers to create the narrative, to share the story. So when people talk about us, because they do, let's face it, that they're sharing the story and the narrative that we want them to share. because they're excited, they're passionate, they love us in that space, right? So really dive in here into storytelling and get you out of this space of spamming people and pitching people. You know, DJ Barton, so he reminded us that duplication is everything as well. So everything that you do, figure out a way that people can duplicate. I heard Aaron Byerly say at the Gold Coast event that I was at that, you know, duplication is simple, but if you have complexity in there, it just gets messy and it gets confusing, right? So duplication is everything. If your team can't copy your system, it is not scalable, as DJ Barton has reiterated in that episode. Go back through and watch some of these episodes and let me know what your favorite one has been and what been some of the key insights that you've picked up through seasons 2 with our amazing guests. Like, we're stepping up. We're bringing you some even bigger and better guests in the future. And how cool would it be if I could get Joseph McClendon or maybe even Malcolm Jamal Warner or Michael Silvers or Karen Hall, you know, come on this show here. That'd be pretty cool. That's the game that we're stepping up to play. So watch this space. What I want you to take away from this lesson before I move on to the next one is your action step here is post a story today. Don't just listen to this episode. Like, go share what you're learning, whether it's from this episode on this podcast or whether it's from a book that you're reading. Like, I love the Mel Robbins Just Let Them book. Everybody's talking about that right now. Well, it's a pretty cool book. I highly recommend going and reading it. But I also like to read the Bible once a day. And I've been grabbing some insights as I'm reading the Bible, a chapter a day, and connecting them with the marketing and entrepreneurial parallels. You probably see my post if you've been following me. And I've been sharing stories and insights through those parallels, those lessons. Share something real, share something personal, and let people connect with you. That is the power of personal branding. It gives us you the ability to share with people your heart so they can connect with your heart and you can meet people at that heart-to-heart level. It's what I call H2H marketing. I actually stole that from Ryan Dice from digitalmarketer.com. What he was saying with H2H is he was calling it human to human. Well, I flipped it and I like to get a bit more personal here and I call it heart to heart. So go share a story, an insight, a lesson. Go share it with the world and help your personal brand start to develop. And my encouragement for you is just do that on a daily basis. Be consistent for 12 months and then you'll have a story out there that people recognize you for, and that is the power of personal branding. Lesson 4, your network is your net worth. You know, if we go right back to season 2, we had the amazing Steve Ramona, we had Rex Sykes, and just recently I had Sandy Sagralata on this podcast show with the Laptop Lifestyle Dad show. You know, you ever notice that in every Star Wars saga, alliances, they all win the war, right? Who do you surround yourself with? Who determines your trajectory? Can't remember who said it now. I think it was either John Maxwell or Jim Rohn. I've gone blank on the name. But the saying that comes to mind is you do become like those 5 people in your closest inner circle, you'll become like them. So who's in your inner circle? I've had the blessing and the privilege to bring Steve Ramona, Rick Sykes, and Sandy into my inner circle, plus a lot of other amazing people. And through that power of connection and proximity and prayer, of course, I'm able to up-level my life and be able to help serve you guys in a bigger, better, more powerful way. You know, Steve Ramona said it best, your biggest opportunities come from people, not products. And I also love what, we found in the Rex Sykes interview. You know, he showed us that our mindset and gratitude attract the right opportunities. So we did a deep dive into what we call the law of vibration. And also we talked about the Wright brothers story, how we just, focused on the mission, not the actual product or, the transactional results. The mission was the main thing. In the Sandy Sagralata interview, she reminded us that happiness is an inside job. The most successful people in the world, they've got their internal health, in their spiritual health, in their emotional health, in their physical health, in their relationship health. All areas of their health, they're all internal things, right? And when we can get our internal life working for us, our external life starts to work really, really well. I reflect back at a conference I was with, probably about 18 months ago now with Dave Ferguson from Chicago. from Exponential Church Planning. And he was talking about getting our inner health right, so our external health, our external world was reflected to that. So, you've got to get it's like a cog, right? It's like a flywheel. You've got to get that inside wheel working so you can get the momentum of the outside world reflecting that. And I just reminded of that through the Sandy Sagralata interview. She reminded us that when you feel good, you attract good. I love that episode. Hey, make sure you go back and listen to that one. That was gold. So the action step from this lesson that I want you to go apply, because it's all great, acquiring this knowledge, and there's some really amazing knowledge through these amazing interviews that we've been able to bring to you. But unless you're actually taking action and you're applying it, I'd rather see ignorance on fire any day of the week than versus knowledge on ice. So, action step to this lesson. Reach out to one person today. Offer value. My favorite question is, how can I help you? Ask them, how can you help them? Start building relationship before you need them or they even need you. The doors that are opening up for me right now for the last 12 months have come off the back of relationship, connection, and servant-hearted leadership. Just asking, hey, I love what you're doing, X, Y, Z. I can do this, but how can I help you? That is the best question. It's the most powerful question that I've been asking for the last 12 months. Going to Michael Silvers, going to Karen Hall, going to Joseph McClendon, and just saying, guys, how can I help? What do you need? Let's play. Let's play the game full out. Lesson 5 here that I've picked up from these amazing interviews is don't just consume, create and take action. Like us leaders, us content creators, what are we? We're content creators. If we're just consuming the content, we're just scrolling through, then we're just a part of the system. We're a product of that system, right? If you want to help contribute, you've got to create, you've got to take action. Amazing interviews with Martin Ruoff and Jane Slack-Smith really highlighted this and brought it to the surface in our episodes with them. In the Star Wars universe, if you haven't picked it up yet, I love Star Wars. I can geek out with you all day long. Hey, I'm curious, who's your favorite Star Wars character? Mine's Yoda, of course. What is it saying? There is no try. There is only do or not do. You see what I've done here? Go take action. In the Star Wars universe here, you're either watching the fight or you're in it. Have you ever noticed that? Martin Ruoff taught us that speed beats perfection every single time. Just start and you refine as you go. But you've got to understand where it is you want to be. You've also got to understand where it is that you're pushing off. What does Sucksville look like for you? What is that backboard that you can push off and push out to get to momentum? But you also need to know what is the mission? What is the center? What is the heart of where you want to head? Don't need to worry about the how. If you've got those two things very, very clear, the how will materialize and you can refine it and pivot and adjust as you go. Got to listen to that episode. That was a powerful one. Jane Slack-Smith also shared how decisiveness separates the successful entrepreneurs from those who stay stuck. I've been playing at a pretty high level at the moment. I had a conversation with I was able to bring 2 powerhouse CEOs together through the power of Shopley and the power of community and the power of collaboration with the Los Angeles Tribune. And so I brought these 2 powerhouses together and I was able just to be a fly on the wall, watch them do their thing. Within mere seconds, decisions had been made because here's the thing, right? They could see straight away that both people could help them play a bigger, better, more powerful game because they were mission focused, not transactional focused. It was how can we combine forces and how can we leverage that collaboration and that community and go play a bigger game globally. I love that when you can make split-second decisions and take action. That'll always help you get unstuck every day of the week. But you got to be focused, right? Focused on the right course of action. And that's where your mission comes into it. So right now, I want you to stop scrolling. I even want you to stop listening to this episode, but don't, because wait, there is a lot more coming. But I want you to stop consuming and I want you to execute one idea from this episode. So start writing down what is that thing that you're going to take action on and let us know. And also, I'm going to ask, how can I help you to take massive action and help you to get out there and do what you need to do? That's the power of this podcast. And I absolutely love what we're doing here. I think I reflect back what it would have been like for Napoleon Hill when he was writing Think and Grow Rich, right? When he was interviewing all the amazing millionaires at the time and bringing the lessons to the forefront. That's who I feel like right now. I feel like Napoleon Hill of today's world, and that's all I'm doing. The whole mission and the purpose of this podcast was go to put myself in the driver's seat here, go and interview these amazing people, but not be selfish and share it with you. You know, I've said there in a few of my posts lately, I want to be a river person, not a dam person. Excuse me. There you go. This is raw and real. I'm going to leave that in there. I'm not even going to edit it out. I just burped on a podcast episode. There's an Easter egg for you. Anyway, what I was saying is I want to be a river person, not a dam person. See, a dam person is the blessings come to them, and just like a dam, the water stops with them, right? I don't want the blessings to ever stop with me. I want to be like a river, always flowing to the next thing. But here's the thing with being a river person. When the blessings come to you, they flow through you and they expand. It gets exponential growth. And that is the power of being a river person versus a dam person. Yes, I never want to be that dam person. I want to be the river person. So that is the power of this podcast. So I also want to share with you what's coming up. What's next? Well, legends, hosting this podcast has changed my life. The conversations, the insights, the doors that have opened up and are opening are just mind-blowing. It's so unreal. I give all glory to God. You know, thank you, God, and hallelujah for this amazing opportunity to jump in here and just, you know, put you in the driver's seat, actually, and me be a passenger and just go serve. This is what the power of this podcast has done. So if you're thinking about starting your own, do it. Don't think about it. Just take massive action. I love what Sarah's done over the last few weeks. And, you know, she started up Taboo Talk with Sarah and putting the spotlight on the conversation pieces on those topics that are taboo, those things that we don't talk about because we're afraid of being judged or we're afraid of offending someone or, you know, those type of things. But here's the thing, right? We're not designed to do life alone. The world is a dark, scary, alone place. And we need to be the power. We need to be the light. We need to be the hope. We need to be the love that helps bring in connection and community and hope back into the world. Because it's a very dark, lonely world. And we need to be those people who are punching holes in light into the darkness. That is the power of this podcast. That is the power of Sarah's podcast. That could be the power of your podcast. So if you're inspired to do that, if you're inspired to take action but don't even know where to start, reach out. I would love to help you with that. Actually, it would be a huge blessing to be your guide on that journey. The conversations and the insights, I said, are opening doors left, right, and center. And I'd love to be able to help you to do just that. Have more I'm going to go out there now, moving forward, and I'm going to have more high-level guests coming on. We're going to play a bigger, better game. We're going to see more real-world strategies come to you so you can apply them. We're going to bring more ways to help you to create freedom and a life on purpose so you can live a life by design. If this episode has fired you up, I have a challenge for you. DM me personally, reach out. I'm not a scary guy. I love to talk. And so let's have a chat. Let's connect. Let's meet each other at that heart-to-heart level and see what's possible that comes out of that connection. But I also want you to reach out to me with that, hey, Jeff, I just loved XYZ episode, or if it's this episode, and share with me what has been your number one takeaway from this episode. Just don't get in my inbox and just say, hey, Jeff. Don't be that creepy guy or girl. I want you to actually be intentional. I want you to have some posture. I want you to have some confidence. Go listen to other episodes. Go do a little cheeky Facebook stalk. You'll see there that I live in Tasmania. I'm a proud father of 3 amazing boys. My wife and I also have an online church that we've founded. And I'm an attraction marketing, social selling, and AI mastery coach. Get in my inbox and say, hey, Jeff, I've just checked out this episode. I've just checked out your Facebook. I can see X, Y, Z. Speak to what speaks to you and that thing that we can connect and relate to, and say, hey, Jeff, I love to be able to help you do something, blah, 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 and personalize it, right? Or share, hey, Jeff, I'm curious, what do you like best about living in Tasmania, raising 3 awesome boys? Like, speak to something. So go do your research and go do your preparation and come to me from that posture, from that confidence, from that passion. That'll help you to present yourself in a better light and help you to raise above the rest of the crowd. And it'll also help you to communicate in a way that'll bring it straight to the heart. And that's where we can meet each other. And we can go do some amazing things together. I've made some of the most amazing friendships and relationships off of the back of those type of conversations. Conversations will always lead to a conversion if it's the right fit, if it's the right product, if it's the right time. But you got to slow it down. You got to stop being the spammies, the direct pitches. We've got to bring it back to connection. We've got to bring it back to community. We've got to bring it back to relationship. And that has been the most powerful insight that I could share with anybody in this attraction marketing space. And guess what? You can leverage AI to help you with just that, to help you to do your research and your preparation, to help you to do your presentation, to help you to master your communication. Reach out if you love help with that. I love to serve in this space all day long. Hey, go tag a mate who needs to hear this as well. Let's share the love. Let's be river people. And subscribe and review this show if it'll help more legends just like you to find this amazing content and help spread the word. Hey, you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and we're also partnered up with the Los Angeles Tribune Podcast Network with Mo Rock, Michael Silvers, and Karen Hall. We love to play in that space. And before you go, you may know what's coming. If you've been around for a while, you know I love my dad jokes and I can't help myself. It's something that's a bit of an addiction, a bit of a compulsion. But here it is. Why did the entrepreneur take a nap? Because even Jedi need to recharge their force. You're going to love ChatGPT. That was an AI dad joke for you. Why did entrepreneurs take a nap? Because even Jedi need to recharge their force. I love that. I'm going to use that one moving forward. I think I've got a new favorite one. Hey, look out, kids. Look out, Sarah. I'm going to bring those dad jokes and get those cringes happening. Hey, legends, as always, stay caffeinated, stay legendary. Hey, this is Jeff Ross signing off. You're awesome. And thank you very much for listening to this amazing podcast show. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.